Hi, my name is Sherlyn, and it's really lovely to have all my colleagues here cooking with me. And like we planned this together, and I'm so happy. And happy Women's Day. Today is 8th of March, and it's a day to actually celebrate us all women. And being a woman, we are really the pillar of our household, because we make sure that our house is good, and then we become the strength, to make sure that the world is a better place, and it's all because of us. And cheers to that. And I hope that you enjoy what we are cooking today. I'll be speaking in English to begin with, and later on we'll switch it to Cantonese. So it's all celebrating who we are, where we come from, and what we can actually speak. So I'm so excited to be able to show you what we are doing today. So I will start off with making a beautiful orange cake, and it's really easy to make. Okay, so cheers to all of you, and I will begin. Okay, so now let's first thing, you need to preheat your oven to 180 degree, and then you can grease a 20 cm round cake tin. And then you can put it aside first, okay? So let your oven preheat. And then now we have the ingredient. We'll prepare 300 grams of unbleached self-raising flour. So I'm using the self-raising flour from Australia. We need 300 grams. Now, do you know, with our Thermomix, we could actually sieve our flour using the turbo function, okay? So now I'm going to put in 300 grams of flour inside my Thermomix. I'm going to measure directly. $300 grams. Okay, exactly 300 grams. That's awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to put the lid and the cup on. And I'm going to go to turbo function. And I'm going to change it to 2 seconds. And then turn it on. So 1 time, 2 seconds to sieve the flour. And I'm going to do it the second time. So remember, traditionally, you need to have a sieve to actually sift it. But then with the Thermomix, you don't have to do it, okay? So I'm going to just sift it 4 seconds, and then it's done. And then I will pour it into set it aside first in a bowl, okay? So how amazing, within 4 seconds, I can sieve a flour instead of using the traditional method. And then I'm gonna set this aside. And the second step, we're gonna put in, so now this is a 30-second orange cake batter, okay? It's only 30 seconds. So I'm gonna put in, we call it the ingredient B, which is 1 whole orange. So I already quartered them like these pieces right here, okay? I'm gonna put in about more or less between 230 to 250 grams of orange, okay? Together with the skin, if you can see, all right? Everything go in, okay? So about 243 grams. And then I'm gonna put in 85 grams of orange juice, 200 grams of unsalted butter, and 50 grams of salted butter, okay? And so I have all these ingredients in. What I'm gonna do is, you can have a look. All the ingredients are in there, okay? And then I'm gonna close the lid. And then I'm gonna set the timer set the timer to, let me see, this is manual cooking. That's why I have to do all the setting myself. Go back to the home setting. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set it for 7 seconds at speed 8. Okay. 7 seconds, speed 8. Let me have a look. Let's have a look how it looks like. Look at that. Can you see that? It's only 7 seconds. Okay. And we have the one whole orange in there, about 230 to 250 grams. And then 85 grams of orange juice that you squeeze out from another orange. And then 200 grams of unsalted butter and 50 grams of salted butter. And the butter has to be softened, yeah, not directly from the fridge. So put it back. And then now, the last thing that you need to do is to put in the self-raising flour that I have sifted 4 seconds using turbo function. That means do it twice. Pour all the flour in there. Okay. And then we have 3 eggs right here. Sorry, 3 organic eggs right here. And for me, I have the habit of never ever break your egg directly into the your batter, because you never know if you have one bad egg and then you have to throw away all your ingredients. Okay, so always crack your egg individually to make sure they are fresh before you put it into your batter. 1, 2, and then last egg. Okay, 3 eggs in the Thermomix with your batter. And then, of course, you remember we haven't put in the sugar, right? So I'm going to put in about 120 grams of organic raw sugar. So you can put up to 150 grams, but because my family, we don't really like too sweet, and I'm going to do a simple icing sugar glaze later to put it on top. So I omit putting so much sugar on it. Okay, so 120 grams for me. Can you imagine? This is so simple. You could only just use all these ingredients, put it all in your Thermomix, and then in less than 30 seconds, you actually have a batter. Okay, I'm going to just spread everything down. Now, because it's an International Women's Day, I would like to add some love into my cake. And today I'm going to put in some rose water in it. If you do not know what is rose water, get one. They smells amazing, okay? It always reminds me of in Malaysia, you know, the Malay community, we love our rose syrup and it smells really good. And because it's really, really potent, so I'm only going to put a 1/4 teaspoon, okay? You can put up to 1/2 teaspoon is fine as well. I'm going to just put 1/4 teaspoon just to elevate the smell of the cake, okay? Right here. Smells so good. I wonder if I can use it as perfume. It sounds really, really good, you know? And okay, let's close it back. And then that's it. That's all the ingredients. Close the lid. I already mixed all the ingredients in, right? So I'm going to just do 20 seconds at speed 4 to mix the batter. 20 seconds, speed 4. Here, 20 seconds. So when it comes to manual cooking, we have time, temperature, and speed. So I turn on 20 seconds, and then I'm going to mix it at speed 4. Okay. So in this 20 seconds, let me share with you why I love my Thermomix so much. Okay, what happened? So back 3 years ago, I saw a friend who doesn't know how to cook, posting lots of amazing photos of her food on the Facebook. I was thinking to myself, is she having a midlife crisis or something, you know? And then I was just saying, it's impossible. So I reached out to her and she told me the wonderful things about her having a German helper, and that's it. I was sold, you know, and I went to look around in Hong Kong because I'm based in Hong Kong, and I bought my first TM5, and the rest is history. And move forward, I have now TM5, which is my lovely trusted old model here, and my TM6 that I cannot live without every day, you know, really my precious. And guess what? Because today is the International Women's Day, I want to share with you one thing. Why I love my Thermomix so much, because I became a better person. In what way? I became a better mom, became a better wife, because I have so much better energy at home. Because I used to be so worried when my kids was 3 and 5. They are now 5 and 8, just turned 8. I used to be so worried when they come around to the kitchen when I'm cooking on the stove, because I'm just so worried with their no awareness of their motor skills that they will tip over my wok or my pot or burn themselves. And how would you feel, you know, if that's gonna, you know, obviously when they come in, immediately my brain switch on to like, you know, get out of the kitchen, you know, don't come here, it's really hot, you know. And everything is just, to them, it's like, you know, oh, mommy is a crazy woman, you know, when she's in the kitchen, because that's exactly how I portray myself. But when I have my Thermomix, it changes everything. It's like if I have a sparkle right now, I will just sprinkle around me and sparkle myself, because it really changed my whole well-being. And I am forever so grateful, because I make this such an amazing investment and decision to do this. And therefore you can see my passion, and I joined to be a consultant and advisor in Hong Kong, because I truly believe every household deserves at least a unit of this Thermomix. Because as a mom, when our energy is good and we can really hold up our family together, it really changes everything, you know. Everything will become so good, you know. You don't have to worry about anything. So that's my story. Seriously, I really, like, my kids will enjoy using the machine with me. My daughter claimed that this is hers. And yes, that is my story. And trust me, it is, you will experience this magical feeling and moment, you know, when you have a unit of this. And I know all my colleagues will agree with me, and all my clients agree with me as well. So let me show you the better. So that is my story. And there you go, 20 seconds, speed 4. It's all mixed up like this. Now don't worry about it when it looks at this stage. All you need to do is use your spatula to just give it a mix, okay? Do not over mix it. So just mix it together. Now, I don't remember this will happen with my KitchenAid for 20 seconds, okay? It's definitely more than that. I'll scrape it and mix it. All right. And then I have prepared today, instead of a round tin, I have prepared a very long, this is one of my favorite rectangle tin from IKEA. It's not expensive. Because it's very celebratory kind of length, and it looks really nice when it comes out from the oven. So I use this one, and I just grease it a little bit, especially on the side where there is no baking paper, and then I put a line on the baking paper. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pour all this batter into the tin, okay? It's just that simple. In fact, for those who do not know me, I am a self-taught baker. So I watch a lot of videos to learn, and I owned a KitchenAid before I have a Thermomix. But now I'm able to switch all my bake into using my Thermomix. Such a lifesaver. Only have one bowl and the lid and the cup to wash. That's it, nothing else. But before, if I use a KitchenAid, I have the bowl, I have the attachment, and then if I'm doing something else, I have a second bowl to wash as well, and then lots of things to wash. But then with this, the machine, if you do not know yet, TM6 has a pre-clean function, and it will clean your bowl for you, pre-clean. Then after that, you just remove all the attachment and then clean it up. Now let me just straighten everything. Just make it nice. Can you see my batter? I will just hold on a minute. Let me just scrape it down nicely. It smells really, really good already. Can you imagine? It's a whole orange recipe. You don't actually have to cut it. Just put it in. And this is how it looks like. Can you see? It's a 30-second whole orange cake. It's really amazing. It smells really good. Maybe I could actually put in another quarter spoon of the rose, you know. So now I'm gonna just put it into the oven for about 50 minutes in 180-degree temperature, okay, for 50 minutes. And then I'm gonna hand over my next cook, my screen, to my colleague. There you go.